Hello and welcome to this video with me Tom here on TGIG. So, Battlefield 4, it's looking amazing and I really cannot wait to get my hands on it and play it. But in the wait till the launch, a bit of information has been revealed. It's not very major, it's just a small snippet of information from the gaming world that involves Battlefield 4. So the first little update is that DICE have actually commented on one of the most hottest gaming issues on the internet, which is of course the comparison between the PS4 and the Xbox One RAM memory, and the amount of memory allocated especially for games. And this information can actually be found in a Game Informer magazine, the issue 244 to be exact, and they actually asked DICE's Carl Magnus, which is an amazing name, and this is what he had to say. People have made a lot about the difference between the PlayStation 4 having 8GB of DDR5 RAM and the Xbox One having 5GB of DDR3 RAM. And they went on to ask, do you see that as an advantage for the PlayStation 4, or is that overblown? And Carl Magnus replied, more memory, more CPU or GPU power, whatever kind of power we get out of a machine, more is always better, especially for the kind of games that we build. And of course we know from Battlefield games that they are huge in scale and very graphically advanced and are just amazing every time. And in my opinion, it's looking like Battlefield 4 will definitely be the best so far. Now, Carl Magnus goes on to say, we have a long heritage of PC, and PC is a platform that has been scaled very well over the years. Naturally, we're very excited now, seeing consoles that actually come close to what PCs of today can do, even though it won't take long before PCs can do even more. So that was the first little bit of information released for Battlefield 4 in the Game Informer magazine. Now for the second bit of information. So this is from the same Game Informer magazine, which I believe, and it states that DICE has confirmed that the Xbox One version of Battlefield 4 will include support for Kinect. Now, DICE says that motion control does not make sense for the type of shooter that the studio is creating, and instead, the studio intends to make use of the technology in other places where it will make sense. And they do go on to say, we have a pretty pragmatic view on the Kinect 2. So the DICE general manager, Carl Magnus again, told Game Informer, instead of just trying to tick all the boxes of features you can do with new hardware, we look at actually what adds value for our players. When you look at the kind of games that we build, or Battlefield at least, it is a first-person shooter that is very much about skill. Input is really important. You need to have very precise control over what's going on, and trying to do something like that with motion control input does not make sense. Not if you want to keep the same kind of formula of the game as we have now. You need to build a different kind of shooter. But there are other places where it will make sense, and we are going to use it for other things in the game, but we haven't announced exactly what. So that's what he had to say, and EA has yet to detail Battlefield 4 Kinect functionality, and it isn't known yet whether similar functionality will be included in the Xbox 360 version. So what could it be? Voice command seems most likely, although having to recreate Battlefield 3's hand death animation each time you die could make for a very frustratingly tedious minigame, but expect to hear more soon on this Kinect functionality for the Xbox One or Xbox 360 version. So yeah guys, that is just a bit of information for you from the gaming world revolving around Battlefield 4 and what's going on with the game. So tell me in the comments below, what console will you be purchasing Battlefield 4 on, or will you be purchasing it on PC? And do you like the idea of Battlefield 4 having Kinect functionality? So tell me in the comments below, and stay tuned to TGIG for more information on the latest games. And this has been me, Tom, and until next time, goodbye.